Hello. So today I have some questions. I have some. Is a sad thing, but I have some questions. Is it possible? Could it possibly be that society is putting too much pressure on the male child, especially the adolescents, the youth? Could it be that we're putting too much pressure? Could it be that we have an unrealistically high expectation of these people? Because when I consider the things, the kind of reports, the kind of stories that we see, the kind of things that we hear about how these people, this group of, this demography of humans treat the people they went out by themselves to court and then marry. When I think of how they treat these people, I come to the conclusion that these people are frustrated, they're angry, and they're resentful. They are resentful, and when the bottle is full, it must spill over. When it is full, it must spill. In other words, there must be a target. There must be a recipient of this overflow. And the recipients are usually those closest to them. So it's always you return to the young lady and you burst out. I watched a live, I don't know what to call it. Is it a case, a family court or something? And this man, who happened to be the one who brought the case to the court, was talking about all the things he has done and the things he has done right. How he owns a place where he goes to, or he spends weekdays because of his work, the distance from the home, how his children come, his wife comes, how he goes home, how he provides, how he gives money, and all of that. Listening to him, I thought, why would this woman, because his complaint was this woman, he came home one day and the woman had cleared the house completely. Like somebody says, before a woman leaves a marriage, before she leaves it physically, she had left it a long time ago. She stays and hopes that things will change and prays that things will be different. And then one day, the cap just drops and she walks. So I asked myself, why would this woman plan such a thing? And how long did it take her to do that? Why would she clear the whole house? Now, when she opened her mouth to talk, what I got from her talk, apart from the obvious actions, evidence of maltreatment, oppression, I am the boss, you're my slave, which incidentally he also says in so many words, you could see arrogance. You could see somebody trying to maintain an image, somebody trying to fit into a mold that was not created by him. You could see that beneath that bravado, there was nothing. I felt pity for him because he didn't even know what he's done. Neither was he prepared for the consequences. Women are much more down to earth when it comes to, what is happening around them and how they feel, about those things. The gap is not really there. A lot of women are living with the cap that says it must be your responsibility to get this thing right. Men, however, on the other hand, are living with the backing of society. They're living waiting for society to validate their actions. And it doesn't start from when they become youths. In fact, it doesn't start with the external society. It starts with the internal society when the children are still with the family, with their parents. You have so much expectations of them. You tell a boy he cannot cry because he's a boy. Did God create the ability to cry in that boy? Then he can cry. Because when they bottle these things up, oh my, the build-up is something nobody wants to imagine. And they keep growing like that. They are in pain. They cannot express it. They cannot talk about their pain. They cannot share with anybody. Even when they share with other men, it's the same reaction, because other men will like, you cannot cry now. You're not meant to cry. I think society should step down a bit. I think we should step down a bit. Because a lot of what is going on in especially young marriages today is the fault of society. We are grooming men that don't understand what relationships are. Men that are not even ready to give for a relationship to survive. Because they have been told the woman should build a house. A wise woman builds her own home. But let me ask a question. If every day the woman is putting block upon block, and each day the man comes and breaks it down, is it possible for that house, that home to be built? It's not possible. You have something to contribute. Dwell with the women with understanding. Live with them with understanding. They are your jewels. It doesn't take much. Men will say, oh, what does a woman need? You cannot tell, you cannot understand. Oh yes, it's simple. The reason why it looks like you cannot understand is because you think it's beneath you to do such things or say such things. A simple praise, a simple appreciation, and the woman will do anything you want. Simple acknowledgement. But no, it's beneath you to say that. It's beneath you to say you're sorry. It's beneath you to say thank you. It's beneath you to say please. But the woman needs it. And come to think of it, she deserves it. Can society step back a bit and let our male children be healthy, be natural, so they can relate well? Because some of them even find it difficult to relate with their sisters. And what are we talking about? A man just shared a story how his sons chased him away, virtually chased him away. It was the daughter that took him in. Another one is sharing a story with me how the sons are not doing anything for him. In fact, the first son is almost like irresponsible because his head is buried in some sand somewhere. It is the last child, who happens to be a girl, that is catering for the parents in their old age. Because we have this conflated idea. I need an heir. I need a son. And when the son comes, what do you do with him? Should we not raise responsible men? Parents, society at large, it is actually our fault. And it is time for us to do something about it. I'm Pastor Bibi Asha. Thank you for watching.